Welcome back to Spot the Lie, the game where you test your knowledge and I test your instincts. Today's challenge, the city that never sleeps, New York City. I'll give you 3 statements about New York. 2 will be true, 1 will be a lie. Think you know the Big Apple? Let's find out. Grab your pen, keep score, and let's play Spot the Lie, New York edition. Fact A, the Statue of Liberty was originally a lighthouse. Fact B, Times Square is named after the New York Times. Fact C, Central Park is the largest city park in the United States. Which one is the lie? Reveal. C is the lie. Central Park is big, but not the biggest in the US. Phoenix's South Mountain Park is nearly 16 times larger. But yes, Times Square really is named after the New York Times. And Lady Liberty did, in fact, function as a lighthouse from 1886 to 1902. Fact A, the Empire State Building has its own zip code. Fact B, Broadway theaters are all located on Broadway. Fact C, New Yorkers drink more coffee than any other US city. Think carefully. One of these is false. Reveal. B is the lie. Broadway theaters are actually scattered around the theater district, not strictly on Broadway. The Empire State Building does have its own zip, 10118. And yes, New Yorkers consume 7 times more coffee than the average American. Fact A, Wall Street gets its name from a literal wall. Fact B, New York City was the first US capital. Fact C, the subway is the oldest in the world. Reveal. C is the lie. The world's first subway was in London, 1863. NYC's opened in 1904. Wall Street is named after a real wall built by Dutch settlers. And yes, New York briefly served as America's first capital in 1789. Fact A, NYC has more skyscrapers than any other city. Fact B, the Brooklyn Bridge took over a decade to build. Fact C, there are more than 600 miles of subway tracks. Reveal. A is the lie. Hong Kong actually has the most skyscrapers. The Brooklyn Bridge, construction lasted 14 years, 1869-1883. And the subway system spans roughly 665 miles of track. Fact A, pizza in New York was once sold for just 5 cents a slice. Fact B, there are more languages spoken in NYC than anywhere else in the world. Fact C, the Statue of Liberty's torch is open to the public. Reveal. C is the lie. The torch has been closed to the public since 1916 after an explosion during WWI. Pizza slices? They really were once just a nickel. And NYC is the world's most linguistically diverse city. Over 200 languages spoken. Fact A, the Flatiron Building was once considered ugly. Fact B, yellow taxis were chosen because the color was scientifically proven to be the most visible. Fact C, the Manhattan Grid plan was inspired by Paris. Reveal. C is the lie. The Manhattan Grid wasn't inspired by Paris. It was a uniquely American planning choice from 1811. People mocked the Flatiron Building at first, calling it a freak. And yes, the color yellow was chosen to maximize visibility for cabs. Fact A, Ellis Island was once used as a detention center during wartime. Fact B, Madison Square Garden is actually located on Madison Square. Fact C, the United Nations headquarters is in New York City. Reveal. B is the lie. Madison Square Garden has had 4 different locations, none of them currently on Madison Square. Ellis Island was used as a detention center in both World Wars. And yes, the UNHQ sits right in Midtown Manhattan. And that's the end of our New York City edition of Spot the Lie. How many did you get right? Whether you scored a perfect 7 or missed a few, you now know the Big Apple is full of surprises. From pizza slices to secret zip codes, this city never stops fascinating. If you enjoyed this trivia challenge, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment below with your score. Thanks for playing, and remember, in New York there's always more than meets the eye.